One of my favorite things about RUF has just been the community that I've experienced while here. It was just kind of weird coming into college, being at college in the town we grew up in, but I remember going to RUF that second week and I just really fell in love with it. I remember Mark, like he remembered my name right away, and that really stuck out to me. I started going to RUF before I actually started coming to class at Winthrop. Jamie and Mark came the next year and it's just always kind of been there. So no matter really what I'm going through or what's going on in my life, RUF's just always there as like a place to go to on Wednesdays to kind of escape, but also the people are always around to help you with no matter what you've got going on. If you need like advice or just want to hang out, it's there.
I've only been going to RUF for less than a semester, and that's okay because everyone at RUF is like super okay with like new people, which is really neat. I've established a lot of like really close relationships with a lot of people. Joining the music team was one of the coolest things that I've done like ever. Being able to use gospel and worship to praise God's name, and it's just like it's a really cool experience. I kind of lost my relationship with God a while ago, and I'm really glad that I have this opportunity to rekindle that. And Mark and everyone else at RUF has been really kind towards that fact, and really understanding that that happens, and that relationship is nothing that's hard to rekindle. And I'm really glad that I get to have this opportunity to do that.
I was very nervous coming into RUF at first, being at York Tech, because I was like, what are these Winthrop students going to think of me, not even going to their school? But RUF is just so welcoming and encouraging, and like everybody else has said, it's such a family, and you can just feel the love from everyone. There hasn't been a time that I haven't like felt welcomed or loved, because you can just feel like Jesus there with y'all whenever you're there, whether it's through worship or Mark's teachings, and it's just always encouraging to be there.
One thing that I really appreciate about RUF is how Mark, our campus minister, doesn't just kind of preach to the whole, he kind of preaches to the individual rather than just laying out a big message out there and hoping somebody somewhere gets it. He really preaches to the heart of what people like us deal with. And he speaks the truth. He speaks the gospel and he speaks the Bible, because I can listen to him without having to sift through and try and pick out, okay, well, what's biblical, what's not. It's all biblical. And a lot of times it's the spiritual struggles and the faith battles that we fight, and he really preaches in a way that strengthens our faith.
Ever since I started going to RUF, there's been a lot of messages that I've really been able to take to heart, and sometimes it's a little spooky when Mark starts preaching, and it just really comes to heart that it's a message that I really needed.
He's really caring. He's kind of like a father figure to everybody. He doesn't always have words, but he always knows what to say, and it's very meaningful.
Last summer we went to summer conference, which was awesome. We split up into small groups, and he gave me the opportunity to help lead a small group, which meant a lot to me, as well as I learned a lot from it.
He's always there to encourage us and also push us in our faith to help us grow, and not only like enjoy the time, because it is always a wonderful time that we enjoy, but it's always a time to help us grow as well.
It's just been really nice to be welcomed not just by Mark, but by the entire family as well.
Them opening up their house is just wonderful. Having ministry team over for dinner is really great, to get home-cooked food in a house that we're used to being in. It's just really great. Or even if we just want to go sit on their couch and talk.
So Jamie is our intern. She is now a staff member, which is incredible, because that means that she will be here until I graduate. She is one of the most encouraging, loving, kind, just caring people I've ever met. She will always be there no matter whenever you text her, whether it's 6 a.m. or 11 p.m., whenever it is. You can always count on Jamie to be there. It's really awesome to be able to spend time with her and talk to her whenever I want.
A reason that I always go back to RUF is because of the sense of community that we have there, and so I really enjoy that. I always feel really included and involved, even if I don't know the people that well. I always feel like I can get to know them, and I always feel really accepted no matter where I am in my life or in my walk. I just feel like I am always accepted there no matter what.
I do music team. I started doing that this semester, and that's been such a fun experience to be able to use my gifts in a way that glorifies God, other than just showing up. I like being able to take action and play a role in worship because I just like to get involved in things I care about, and RUF has allowed me the opportunity to do that, and I'm really grateful.
Having RUF, you have these relationships with students that, whether you know them really well or not, you'll see them walking down Scholars Walk or like in the cafeteria, and you're like, oh, I know that person, and then you can like hang out with them, and it's super great. So whether you're running the class or eating, you'll always pass someone by and know them from RUF and kind of have a connection with someone else.
I think it shows me a really genuine group of people who really love the Lord, and they encourage me all the time. So having that around, if I didn't have that, I don't know how I would be connected. So I really appreciate having RUF on campus for that reason.
They make it seem more like a family instead of just a group of people that happen to be at the same place at the same time.
I guess growing up, I just didn't really realize like how much grace the gospel gives us and how much grace the Lord places in our lives. But through RUF largely, and Mark and Jamie, I just really came to realize like the Bible and God they're filled with grace, and it's meant for me. I don't have to stress myself out or hate myself or be harsh on myself, because the Lord is good and He is full of grace. And I'm very grateful for how RUF has reinforced that again and again, especially when I need it. And I'm just very, very grateful for its presence in my life and the way that it has continued and been a constant through the 2 years that I've been here so far.
Mark prefaces every week by saying that no matter where you're at in your life, no matter where you come from, whether you believe or doubt or you have no idea at all where you stand on religion, that RUF is a safe space for you. And so I really think that's a good thing, because I see a lot of people come in and out of RUF, and I think it's really good that it's so inclusive in that way.
I really strongly believe that my faith wouldn't be the same, and not only that, it wouldn't have grown in college without RUF. And I'm grateful for how Mark and Jamie and just RUF as a whole has spiritually led me in my time here, and I am very appreciative.